Om जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतम श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति चारु स्वामी गुरु महाराज की श्री भक्ति चारु स्वामी गुरु महाराज शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि महोत्सव की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतम श्री श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतम श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सच्चिदानंद भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की सच्चिदानंद भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर आविर्भाव तिथि महोत्सव की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की सभी गौर भक्तवृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for those of you who are just coming. Welcome to the Swami Vyasa Puja celebrations of Shri Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. We thank you so much for your presence. We are enlightened to see so many wonderful Vaishnavas and guests present here today. I call His Grace Shri Hari Prabhu to please read the meaning of Shri Vyasa Puja. Thereafter, Shri Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj will read his offering to Srila Prabhupada, and then we are going to hear from the divine lotus mouth of Srila Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj and Meghalaya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. The following is an extract from a speech given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in honor of his spiritual master, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The Guru, or Acharya, as we learn from the bona fide scriptures, delivers the message of the absolute world, the transcendental abode of the absolute personality, where everything non-differently serves the absolute truth. We have heard so many times, Mahajanavyana Gatha, Sapanta, traverse the trail which your previous Acharya has passed. But we have hardly tried to understand the real purport of this sloka. If we scrutinizingly study this proposition, we understand that the Mahajana is one, and the royal road to the transcendental world is also one. In the Mukanda Upanishad, it is said, Prad Vedanatam Saguru Ivabhikachet Samit Pathani Sochayam Brahmanistam. In order to learn the transcendental science, one must approach the bona fide spiritual master in disciplic succession, who is fixed in the absolute truth. Thus, it has been enjoined herewith that in order to receive that transcendental knowledge, one must approach the Guru. Therefore, if the absolute truth is one, about which we think there is no difference of opinion, the Guru also cannot be two. The Acharya, for whom we are assembled tonight to offer our humble homage, is not the Guru of a sectarian institution or one of many differing exponents of the truth. On the contrary, he is the Jagat Guru, or the Guru of all of us. The only difference is that some obey him wholeheartedly, while others do not obey him directly. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27, it is said, one should understand the spiritual master to be as good as I am, said the Blessed Lord. Nobody should be jealous of the spiritual master or think of him as an ordinary man, because the spiritual master is the sum total of all the demigods. That is, the Acharya has been identified with God himself. He has nothing to do with the affairs of this mundane world. He does not descend here to meddle with the affairs of temporary necessities, but to deliver the fallen, conditioned souls, the souls or entities who have come here to the material world with the motive of enjoyment by the mind and the five organs of sense perception. He appears before us to reveal the light of the Vedas and to bestow upon us the blessings of full-fledged freedom, after which we should hanker at every step of our life's journey. The transcendental knowledge of the Vedas was first uttered by God to Brahma, the creator of this particular universe. From Brahma, the knowledge descended to Narada, from Narada to Vyasadeva, from Vyasadeva to Madhava, and in the process of disciple succession, the transcendental knowledge was transmitted by one disciple to another till it reached Lord Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who posed as the disciple and successor of Sri Ishvara Puri. The present Acharya here is the 10th disciplic representative from Sri Rupa Goswami, the original representative of Lord Chaitanya, who preached this transcendental knowledge in its fullness. The knowledge that we receive from our Gurudev is not different from that imparted by God himself, and the succession of the Acharyas in the piscatorial line of Brahma. We adore this auspicious day as Swami Vyasa Puja Titi, because the Acharya is the living representative of Vyasadeva, the divine compiler of the Vedas, the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata, and Srimad Bhagavatam. One who interprets the divine sound, or Shabda Brahma, by his imperfect sense perception, cannot be a real spiritual master, because in the absence of proper disciplinary training, under the bona fide Acharya, the interpreter is sure to differ from Vyasadeva, as the Mayavadis do. Srila Vyasadeva is the prime authority of Vedic revelation, and therefore such an irrelevant interpreter cannot be accepted as a guru or Acharya, however equipped he may be with all the acquirements of material knowledge. As it is said in the Padma Purana, Sampradaya Vihina Ye Mantraste Nishpala Mata. Unless you are initiated by a bona fide spiritual master in the disciple succession, the mantra that you might have received is without any effect. On the other hand, one who has received the transcendental knowledge by oral reception from the bona fide preceptor in the disciple chain, and who has sincere regard for the real Acharya, must be enlightened with the revealed knowledge to cognitive approach of the empiricist. As it is said in the Svetasvara Upanishad, Yasya deve para bhaktir, yatha deve tatha guru, tasyaita katika dihata, prakashante mahatmana. Only unto those great souls who simultaneously have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Gentlemen, our knowledge is so poor, our senses are so imperfect, and our sources are so limited, that it is not possible for us to have even the slightest knowledge of the absolute region without surrendering ourselves at the lotus feet of Sri Vyasadeva or his bona fide representative. His Divine Grace Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you very much, Bihari Prabhu, for wonderfully reading that message. I will now ask Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj to read his offering to Srila Prabhupada.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pashtatra Dishvatane Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So Guru Puja means the worship of my spiritual master. So every year we celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja and we all offer our homage, our sincere offerings to Srila Prabhupada on this day during his Vyasa Puja. So my offering to Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja this year, I will read it out now. Dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my respectful obeisances at the dust of your divine lotus feet. During my first meeting with you, you asked me to translate your books into Bengali. It was such a display of your causeless mercy over this fallen soul. That service allowed me to approach you at any time and eventually enabled me to become your secretary for Indian affairs. Those engagements expanded further into cooking for you and taking care of your various other needs. I was not only busy throughout the day, but also was able to be with you at night. Someone had to be with you all the time, and my shift at night was from midnight till 2 a.m. So many nights when you could not sleep, you spoke and I listened with rapt attention. I remember one night in Vrindavan, a profound stillness prevailed everywhere, and from a distance we could hear the sound of kirtan softly floating through the serene silence of the night. You said, in a rather meditative way, "This is India. Wherever you go, you can hear the chanting of the holy name." You kept on speaking about the glory of this land. How fortunate are those who got the human form of life in this holy land. Even the demigods pray to Krishna that if they have any piety left, then in exchange they desire to take birth in this holy land. Then you described how in the age of Kali, everything turns upside down. The most holy places and the most exalted people become the first targets of Kali. That is why India is in such a pathetic state today. This most glorious land has become most degraded, and the most exalted people have become most fallen. The Brahminical culture has become a rather demoniac culture in the form of the caste system. That is why you had to go to the West, to the most degraded part of the world, to start your Krishna consciousness movement. To counteract Kali's influence, you started your mission from the extreme opposite end. Kali captured the place that used to be the center of the spiritual culture of this world, and therefore you decided to form your army from all over the world and move in towards the capital of Kali to eventually crush him along with his associates: lust, greed, anger, illusion, envy, and pride. Then you assured me that in this battle, Kali would not be able to win, because victory is always there for Krishna and his devotees. No matter how formidable our enemy may appear, we are fighting for Krishna, and therefore our victory is guaranteed. Another time, again when you could not sleep late at night, you were sitting up on your bed and I was massaging your feet. You just started to speak. There is so much to do, and I am unable to do anything because of my bad health. I tried to console you, saying, Srila Prabhupada, what you have done is inconceivable. No one has ever achieved what you have. Now, you should just relax. You replied, no, what I have done so far is just 50%. The other 50% is to establish the Varnashram Dharma. It is not that everyone will become a devotee. Those who won't become devotees, for them we need Varnashram. It is not that everyone will be able to surrender to Krishna completely. Those who will act according to the modes of material nature, for them we need Varnashram. You continued to speak. I understood some of what you said, but most of it flew well above my head. But today, so many years later, many realizations are beginning to dawn on me about what you said. ISKCON is here to establish pure devotional service. However, everyone will not be able to come to that very lofty spiritual standard. In fact, most of the people in this world will not be able to follow the 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds of Mahamantra every day. Rather, they'll opt for a life of fruitive work and sense gratification. For them, the spiritual structure of Varnashram Dharma will be absolutely necessary. In due course of time, the Krishna consciousness movement will spread all over the world, in every town and village, fulfilling the prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At that time, the Vedic culture must be established everywhere, and Varnashram Dharma will be the means by which the entire human society will be structured according to that spiritual principle. And in that structure, the Krishna consciousness movement will be situated as its crowning glory. That is the only achievement that can ever come anywhere near matching your accomplishment. What will the world look like at that time? The powerful and religious Kshatriya kings will be ruling the world with a single sovereign head, as the ruler of the entire planet. They will execute the royal responsibilities protecting and guiding the society under the direction of qualified Brahmanas, the devotees of ISKCON. The Vaishyas will cater to the needs of the society based on the abundant gift from Mother Nature, through cow protection and organic farming. And the working class, the Sudras, will not be exploited through a heartless money-making racket, but will be taken care of by the senior members of the society, just as the elder brothers take care of the younger ones. Srila Prabhupada, I do not know how much effort it will take to bring all this about, for how many generations, but I am confident that it will happen. And to make it happen, you have given us ISKCON, a perfect arrangement to continue your mission. Please allow me to become an insignificant part of that arrangement forever. Your eternal servant, Bhakti Charu Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Thank you, Jiva Maharaj, for thought-provoking and deep reading and presentation of that message to Srila Prabhupada. It is indeed for all of us to meditate on as well. It's my great pleasure, and I'm sure it is also Maharaj's, Guru Maharaj's, to have in our midst His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. If I can recall, Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, when I wrote to you, said you've been flying in from Johannesburg today, and you came directly here. So thank you very much, Maharaj. We know that your presence always enlightens our Guru Maharaj, and we're very, very happy to have you here today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I want to address everyone. Above all, Vishnu Krishna Prasad Bhutale, Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Vidaya. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura Prajari. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhakti Charu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasati Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, I want to get up so I can see everyone. Address everyone, sort of openly rather than in bourgeois comfort. That's not true. But I'm very, very happy to be here, and it's a privilege to be here and be able to participate in this wonderful program. Thank you very much to Smita Krishna Prabhu for inviting me, I guess on behalf of the committee, the organizing committee. Thank you so much. And thank you so much particularly to Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj for being Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Bhakti Charu Maharaj became involved here in South Africa. I actually forget, was it 88, was it? 89?
I came first for 89. 90 I got involved.
Okay. So Maharaj came, you were GBC chairman, 1989. Maharaj was GBC chairman. It was really, many of you wouldn't know the details behind how Maharaj first came here, and then it led to his becoming involved sort of officially. I was involved in all of that, and so I do know the details, and I can say that it was Krishna's arrangement. Krishna's arrangement, although at the time it appeared like something else. It appeared like, well, there was a little agitation, not a lot, but a little agitation amongst particularly one and maybe you could say two devotees. And if it had been today and such agitation had arisen, then we wouldn't have gone so far as to invite someone from overseas, or the GBC chairman at that time, Bhakti Charu Swami. We definitely wouldn't. And looking back on it, there was no actual need in that sense. There was really no actual need. But Krishna had another idea, and that idea was that here in South Africa, Srila Prabhupada's movement would benefit greatly by the involvement of a very saintly devotee like Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So that's how I see it without going through all the details. It was definitely Krishna's arrangement, and Maharaj is such a person that when he takes something up, then he really gives his heart to it and everything, and he sticks with it. That's one thing. And on the other hand, when Maharaj commits and gets involved in something, he has such wonderful qualities, and he's such a wonderful devotee, and such a gentleman and wonderful person, that when he becomes involved, everyone becomes happy that he's involved. Really. And people really embrace his association. And that's what's happened. He came actually, you could say on an official level at my request. I think I telephoned you. So yeah, I was the sort of the intermediate, and I contacted Maharaj. And like I explained, there were certain circumstances, but looking back on it, my gosh, it was really not serious at all. In fact, it was sort of making a mountain out of a molehill. But Krishna had another idea. And we see today, here we are today, this is, you could say, part of the fructification of that there's so many of you, and virtually all of you I know, at least to some degree, and many of you I know very well, that you're really serious devotees, very dedicated devotees, but you've appreciated Maharaj. You have a particular appreciation for Maharaj, and so have taken shelter of him and really dedicated yourselves at his lotus feet. So this is all the proof that Maharaj, for so many years since that time, almost 25 years ago, that Maharaj has really supported Srila Prabhupada's movement in South Africa. He's been GBC, I think, on 2 occasions for some periods of time and really helped them. And even now, even though he's not at GBC, he has no official responsibility in that sense, but still he comes regularly and really gives very, very valuable input, which has very tangible results, and in one sense, particularly in how you, his disciples, are developing as devotees and playing very important roles in Srila Prabhupada's movement here. So it's also Krishna's arrangement. Today is the day that Srila Prabhupada arrived in America and his movement really got off to a start. And it is the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It's wonderful, isn't it? And it's just showing us parampara. Maharaj is such a person. He, in my experience, he's very, very into parampara. Really into appreciating Prabhupada as the founder Acharya and helping establish Prabhupada as the founder Acharya. Such an extremely important part of the mission of ISKCON is that Prabhupada is established as the founder Acharya. So it's such an important day for Srila Prabhupada today, his arrival in America. But it's also the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so we can see the parampara. This is what Srila Prabhupada wanted. On numerous occasions, Prabhupada said about how he wanted all of his disciples to become gurus and leaders of the Krishna consciousness movement and really do meaningful things to take the movement further. Prabhupada talked about that on many, many occasions. And the program we're having today, appreciating, recognizing and glorifying Bhakti Charu Maharaj for his contribution in these regards, in so many regards. I'm sure Srila Prabhupada, well, I'm sure he is watching, and I'm sure he's really happy to see that one of his transcendental sons has taken up that desire of his, that instruction of his, to help lead the movement and to be guru and to give real shelter in parampara. I'm sure Srila Prabhupada is extremely happy that the program is going on like this and that Maharaj is being glorified like this because he deserves it. Maharaj deserves it. Prabhupada wants that his followers take up his mission in exactly this way. This is Kali Yuga, and Kali Yuga is just the most amazing mess, and it is becoming progressively more so, and it's affecting also Vaishnavism. We see the other sampradayas, they're deteriorated generally in different ways, and even within Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we know what happened to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's movement other than Srila Prabhupada. And in our own times, we have such phenomena as Ritvikism, which is like a pure Kali Yuga concoction. Amazing, actually. It's really proof that it's Kali Yuga, that such ideas could be seriously entertained in a sampradaya. And what to speak of other people, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, kind of, you could almost say, lurking around the periphery of the Krishna consciousness movement, trying to somehow or other get people away from ISKCON and into their groups. It's amazing, actually. But Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he is such a great, he's such a gentleman, but he's such a soldier for Srila Prabhupada, flying the flag for Srila Prabhupada. And being a member of the GBC body with Maharaj, I see it so often that Maharaj just stands up for Srila Prabhupada in very appropriate ways, but very strongly. So I feel so fortunate I am to have such a godbrother as Bhakti Charu Maharaj, such a caring godbrother. You know, in our relationship, there's been one or two minor ups and downs. Not much. But I remember one time, a few years ago after the Rathia trip, I sort of upset Maharaj a little bit. Somehow I actually forget the details, but I remember he was upset. And so I told Maharaj, I said, listen, Maharaj, I'm a New Zealander. What do you expect? So, you know, New Zealanders are famous for the All Blacks. The rugby team, I think, more than anything else. And if I had carried on, I was very good at rugby, I might want to have become an All Black. That's kind of, you know, rough and tough. But Maharaj is such a gentleman, such a gentleman. Anyone who meets him loves him. It's just inconceivable how anyone could not love him. He's such a gentle and genuinely caring person and devotee. So I don't want to monopolize the program, although I would like to. As I could. But I really want to say that it's Krishna's arrangement, despite whatever superficial situations were there in 1989, it's Krishna's arrangement. Maharaj got involved here with all of us in South Africa, and it's Krishna's arrangement, he got involved in my life. I'm really very happy, extremely happy and fortunate to have Maharaj's association. And my message or request perhaps to all of you is just continue taking shelter of Maharaj and more do so. Follow his example of selfless dedication to Prabhupada and Prabhupada's movement, and by his mercy, through his connection to Srila Prabhupada, you'll go back to Godhead at the end of this lifetime, no doubt. Hare Krishna. Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.